Uh-oh. It's alive. I'm just so surprised at how easily this truck starts up every time. Oh, we are definitely picking up speed now, guys. There she goes. Whew. Welcome back to the channel, guys, and today we're taking a look at the T-Maxx 3.3. This is our first start, our first run with this Nitro monster truck. I'm really excited. We're ready to do our break-in procedure here with a T-Maxx 3.3. We are running Traxxas 20% Nitro fuel, but we also have our easy starter with a fresh charged battery, and of course you can't leave home without your flathead screwdriver. So the easy start is charged up. We got the green light, we're ready to go. So this is all you will need to get started. And of course, we have already pre-registered our truck on the Traxxas app. This kit does come with a module installed here on the radio. So the module is pre-installed, the Traxxas link. We have it linked. We did have to do an update for our radio when we first got started. Good thing I did that ahead of time before we made the video. So that's out of the way. All right, so we have our quick start guide here. Hopefully you guys can see that. We're gonna run a total of 5 tanks. Tank 1, we're gonna run at 1/4 or 1/4 throttle for 2-second intervals. And we're gonna do that with the body off. We'll let it cool for 15 minutes. So we'll take a 15-minute break before we start the second tank. And on the second tank, we're gonna go half throttle for 2-second intervals, and then we'll let it cool off for 15 minutes again. This time we can have the body on. Tank 3, we'll do half throttle again, this time for 3 seconds. Fourth tank, it's gonna start getting a little more exciting. We're gonna be running full throttle for 3 seconds. We don't wanna allow it to shift into high gear. So we wanna keep it under the high gear. If it does, we may need to make some adjustments. And for our 5th tank, we're gonna go full throttle for 5 seconds. And then after that, we're gonna be able to tune this beast and get it running just the way we want it. And hopefully hit some wheelies on command as well. So let's go ahead, we'll go ahead and add the nitro, see if we can fire her up for the first time. Keep our fingers crossed. Hopefully this break-in procedure goes just as planned and we have a lot of fun. It's a beautiful day out here today. Nice and sunny. Temperatures probably around 70, 75. Perfect day to run. So let's get started. All right, guys, not sure if you can get a good view of that. We are in the Traxxas app. First thing you're gonna wanna do is turn your radio on. We'll hit done on the app. We're gonna go ahead and turn the truck on, the electronics here on the truck. All right, so the electronics are on here on the truck. Make sure we have steering, throttle, and brake, which we do, so that's all good. Gas in the tank. All right, so we're gonna link this. We're gonna go ahead and hit the Traxxas wireless module, and then we're gonna press the button here on the back. Well, looks like we're already linked. We're connected. So that's good. We'll go back to home. We'll go to our dashboard. I'm not gonna adjust any of the settings just yet, guys. We're gonna go ahead and run it as is and see how the settings are out of the box. And then we may tinker around with the steering trim, throttle trim, and whatnot here on the app. But as for now, it's time to fire it up. Let's get it. Now we may need to prime it. Uh-oh, it's alive. Again, the first run is 1/4 throttle for 2-second intervals, and after that we'll let it cool. Body is off, so let's go ahead and get it. We'll just putt around here in the yard. We are breaking this engine in. First tank. Nice blue smoke coming out of the pipe there. So we are rich enough and again, we are gently applying throttle, quarter throttle for about 2 seconds, letting off of it, and kind of just putting around the yard here. I'm surprised how easy this truck started up, guys. No issues at all. Fingers crossed, knock on wood. I don't want to speak too soon, but so far, I'm impressed. Kind of curious to see how long it's going to take to run the first tank out. Definitely a much bigger tank than, say, the Wrestler or the Slash. Let's bring it over here to us and see where we're at as far as the nitro goes. Looks like we may be half a tank already. Yeah, we're burning that nitro pretty quick. We'll go ahead and continue to hit quarter throttle at 2-second intervals until we run out of this tank. And I'll meet you guys here for the second tank. So we are on our second tank. For this tank, we're gonna run it half throttle for 2 seconds. We'll continue to do that until we run this tank out, and this time we can run with the body on. So we'll go ahead and fire it up and start on our next tank. Started right up. That's awesome. All right, so here we go. Half throttle for 2 seconds. Let's get it. That is a nice looking truck, guys, I gotta say. Awesome. I'm really enjoying this. Again, I'm gradually giving it throttle for about 2 seconds at half throttle. That nitro smell is in the air, guys. I'm loving it. Loving it. All right, so we will continue to run it like this until we run the tank out. First tank took about 15 minutes to run out. I'm assuming it'll be around that same time to run this one out, maybe a little bit quicker, since we are giving a little more gas here on the trigger. But I will check back here with you guys when we are done with this tank and we move on to the third tank. All right, we are back and we are on our third tank. We had to take our last 15-minute break for we had to take a 15-minute break for tank 1 and 2. Now we're just going to keep going after this. After each tank, we'll just refuel and keep running until we get the break-in procedure complete. Now on tank 3, we're running half throttle again, but this time for 3 seconds. We may need to adjust the idle speed if necessary. So far, it hasn't been taken off on its own or anything, so I think we should be good. So tank 3, half throttle, 3 seconds instead of 2 this time. Let's get it. All right, half throttle, 3 seconds. Let's go. She's starting to get a little more aggressive, I see. I'm just so surprised and how easily this truck starts up every time. Really good. I see why people like this monster truck. It's a beast. T-Maxx 3.3 is a legend in the Nitro game from what I hear. And I see why. So we will continue to run the tank like this, or to run the truck like this, until we empty the tank. And I will meet you guys back here for tank 4. All right, we are back and we are on tank number 4. This time we're going full throttle for 3-second intervals until we run the tank out. We want to make sure that we don't switch into high gear when we're running it at full throttle. We only want to go 3 seconds. So let's fire it up. We are almost done, guys. Fired right up. All right, 3 seconds at full throttle. Let's get it. Bring it back this way. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000. And one thing I'm noticing is that we are running pretty rich, because each tank we do, as the throttle increases, the run time gets shorter and shorter. So, and again, the body is covered in nitro, so it's all good. We'll run the final tank and then we will do our adjustments. And I think when we do our adjustments, I think I'm going to take it out on the street. Again, we are doing full throttle, 3-second increments. We don't want it to change gears just yet. All right, so we will continue to do this. We'll run at full throttle for 3 seconds. We'll do this until we run this tank out. And then I'll meet y'all back here for the final tank. All right, finally, we are at tank 5, and we're gonna go full throttle for 3 seconds, hold it for an additional 2 seconds, with a total of 5 seconds at full throttle. And then we are done, ladies and gentlemen. We are done with the break-in procedure, and then the real fun starts. So, without further ado, let's go ahead, fire her back up for this final tank, and then we're gonna start making some adjustments here. You can see here on the side of the body, a lot of nitro fuel residue there, so we are running super rich, which is fine. We will definitely adjust that after this tank and get it running how we want it to run. So without further ado, let's fire her up for the final time here on tank 5, our final tank for the break-in procedure. Let's go. Fired right up. Final break-in tank. Let's get it. Full throttle, 5 seconds. Let's go. 2. All right, here we go. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 4 1000, 5 1000. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 4 1000, 5 1000. All right. So we will continue to go here, full throttle for 5 seconds until we run the tank out. And then we're gonna take her out on the street. And it's gonna get serious then. We'll make some adjustments, get every drop of speed out of her we can, and see if we can hit that coveted 45 miles an hour out of the box. Let's go. It's definitely getting hotter out here. When we first started the run, probably around 70, 75. Now it's more like 80, 85. So that's also probably affecting us here as far as how we're running, kind of sluggish and rich. That is full throttle for 5 seconds. Not moving very fast. So we will continue to do this until we run out the final tank. We'll do our 6th tank, make our adjustments, get it tuned up. Then after that tank, we'll definitely do our maintenance, our first maintenance, cleaning the filter, carburetor, you know, things of that nature. And after that, I think we're all set. All right, so we will continue to do this until we run this tank out. I will see you guys after this run. So we have completed the brake-in procedure. Now it's time to tune this beast. We're gonna start off here on the street. I'm gonna do a couple of high-speed passes, full throttle, just to warm the engine up, and then we'll start tuning it. Let's get it. I'm gonna go ahead and run it with the body off. That way I can make adjustments as needed. So we're gonna go ahead and take it down the street here and just warm the engine up a little bit. That's full throttle. Looks like the gear did change there. After a few seconds, I heard it switch over to high speed gear, or the high gear. Right there. So we're just gonna warm the engine up a little bit, do a couple of passes here. Almost at half tank already, just after those few passes. So we're gonna definitely mess with that high speed needle. We're getting plenty of smoke coming out of the pipe. I think we can lean it out just a little bit there. So we're gonna start with the high speed needle, see what happens. We're gonna give the high speed needle turn to the right, quarter turn, see how that does. See if that makes any improvements. We're definitely picking up some speed. Looks like that TSM is fighting us a little bit. We're getting some chassis wag, so may need to turn that down a little bit. We're mid here on the radio, so we'll turn it down just a little bit. Oh yeah, we're definitely getting faster, guys. We are definitely getting faster. Still some chassis wag there. TSM is probably at 35%. We'll turn that down just a little bit more. I'm gonna check back here with the app real quick. I wanna see, we still are getting that blue smoke out of the pipe. I wanna see what it says here. Engine temperatures, if this is reading correct, 247, top speed 44. Can't really rely on that when it comes to the Traxxas app. Sometimes the speeds are not accurate. GPS would be more reliable, but we'll check that here in a little bit, or maybe on our next run. Mainly what I want to focus on now, guys, because this is our 6th tank, is I want to get this thing tuned so that we can run it. We got a good starting point. We'll go ahead and bring it here. Hit the high-speed needle one more time. Quarter turn, or an 1/8 of a turn, excuse me. Go ahead and bring it back around. Street is clear, let's get it, full throttle. Definitely getting faster, guys, definitely getting faster. I can definitely see a change. Full throttle. We're gonna go clockwise again. We're gonna lean it out a little bit more. 1/8 of a turn. We still have blue smoke coming out of the pipe. Oh, we are definitely picking up speed now, guys. Check it out, check it out. Let's bring it back around here. Oh yeah. Slight chassis wag there. I think I may just turn the TSM off altogether. I don't know, we'll see. So far, we have moved the needle almost a quarter of a turn. I think I'm gonna go ahead, turn it a little bit more clockwise, lean it out a little bit more, high-speed needle only. See what we get with that. We'll bring it back here for another pass. All right. So guys, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the engine real quick. We'll add one more tank of nitro here. We're almost out. And after this run, we'll see how, or what kind of improvements we made here. All right, we may need to adjust that low speed needle too. Looks like my clip broke here on the gas line. It's all good though. We're gonna go ahead and add a little bit more nitro fuel. This is gonna be our last tank, guys, because it's really dirty now. We need to clean this sucker up. Clean our filters, carburetor and whatnot. Yeah, I'm not too sure about the Traxxas app when it comes to speed and engine temps even. I'm not sure. I need to get my temperature gun, and we need to put this, slap the GPS on here so we can see what's really going on. But we're gonna run this last tank. I'm gonna continue to tune it and see if we get any improvements. And which I'm already seeing improvements. It's already picking up speed. I can actually hear the gears changing now, and it's changing a little bit quicker than what it was earlier. We may not mess with that. I'm going to continue to tinker with the high-speed needle first and see where we're at with the high-speed needle. Definitely picking up speed. We need to keep an eye on the pipe, make sure we're getting plenty of smoke coming out, which we are. I think I'm gonna leave it right here, guys. That's what I think I'm gonna do. She's going pretty fast now. Oh yeah. There she goes. T-Maxx 3.3 is a beast. This truck is awesome, guys. I'm telling you, it's a beast. It is a beast. It's fast too for what it is. Looks like we got our tune just right. High-speed needle is the only adjustments we made. This is our 7th tank. We have made the full tune. I'm pretty confident with it. What do you guys think? We're still getting blue smoke out of the pipe, so we're not running too lean. We have definitely picked up some speed here with the T-Maxx. We're gonna go ahead and take the T-Maxx inside. We'll talk a little bit about it at the table before we wrap this video up. I gotta say, guys, I'm really enjoyed myself here with the T-Maxx 3.3. I understand why people love this truck. It is a beast, it's fun. It's a legend in the Nitro world, and I see why. Awesome truck. So let's go ahead and take her inside, get her cleaned up. All right, so here we are at the RC Roundtable, and I gotta say I've had a lot of fun here with the T-Maxx 3.3 so far. If you're still watching the video, I really appreciate it. I know this is a longer video than what I normally do here on the channel, but I just wanted to squeeze the entire experience into one video. You know, the first startup, the break-in procedure, and of course the tuning all in one video. So if you're still here watching, I really appreciate it. First impressions with the T-Maxx 3.3, it is an awesome truck. I really understand. I can see why people like this truck. It is a beast. It's fun to drive, and it's pretty fast for what it is. Stay tuned, because we are definitely going to do more videos with the T-Maxx 3.3, especially speed runs. I want to see how fast this truck is stock out of the box after we've tuned it. We will use the GPS, not to talk trash on Traxxas, but I'm not so sure that their app is very accurate when it comes to maybe temps and speed. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know in the comment section. But as far as the Traxxas app, we were hitting 45 miles an hour with motor temps a little over 200. I want to say 230, 235 is what we were getting at one point. So maybe it is accurate. I need to get my temp gun next time and keep a closer eye on that. I was just really excited to get this thing tuned and get it running for you guys. You get a real scale experience here with a T-Maxx 3.3. The camera just doesn't do it justice, guys, I'm telling you. Some minor complaints that I do have so far from what I'm seeing, and I kind of knew this right out of the gate. I mean, it's a monster truck. I own the E-Maxx brushless from back in the day. This truck kind of runs like that, kind of similar. It's a little bit slower than that one, but it shares some of the same characteristics, and most monster trucks are like this. But the T-Maxx 3.3, if you're not careful, will traction roll. The two back tires tend to raise up off the ground when you hit sharp turns, even when you're not even going that fast. We did flip it one time out on the street. Got a little road rash there on the roof. Don't know if you guys can see that. Nothing major. I mean, it wasn't a hard crash or anything, but it did tip over. We flipped it over. Everything's fine. We didn't break anything. However, you know, traction rolling is an issue with a T-Maxx. Kind of knew that already, seeing as how I own the E-Maxx. Other than that, my only other complaint is the pipe here, the location. Now, I have seen on other videos where they put an extender here on the pipe where it kind of extends down. I'm definitely going to have to do that. This body will shift, and when it shifts, it will cover that pipe like that. And then you're running it, and it's kind of making a puttering sound, and that's because your pipe is covered with the body here. And it would be a whole lot better if we could redirect that nitro downward instead of all over the body. Other than that, no major complaints. The break-in procedure went over well, no issues there. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it. We may do a maintenance video because that's coming up. I'm definitely gonna have to perform my first maintenance here on the truck. We have ran 7 tanks through the truck already, so it's about that time. Total break-in procedure for this video took me around an hour 45, maybe 2 hours tops, and that's including the 2 15-minute breaks that you need to take for tank 1 and 2 in between. So other than that, I really enjoyed this experience. I'm glad that you guys came along with me to enjoy this. I'm having a lot of fun on the Nitro side of the hobby. I really appreciate you watching. If you like videos like these, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my new content. Until then, that's all I got for this video. I will see you all on the next one. Later.